How's it going today, gentlemen? My name is Brian here for CameUpCanadian. I'm going to interview spoken word provincial semifinals champion, P.O.E, Poetically Organized Entity. How you doing tonight?
Well. Hello, friends.
He's a Hemi Award winner, which is Hamilton Music Award Rap Album Award year for 2007, and nominated every year since. And as he said to me earlier, I don't know what's better, winning it or being nominated every year. So can you speak a little bit of that on your rise to winning the award, how that made you feel, and the accomplishment that you got from it?
I won the award with my old group, the Boys of Thunder, and we did our thing for a little bit, and somebody nominated us, so we were stoked. We thought we had no chance, and lo and behold, we won. And yeah, it put us on the map a little bit. It opened some doors for us. We got onto bigger and better shows and started moving into Toronto and all that kind of thing. And I managed to make a bit of a name for myself at that. And ultimately, we had a falling out. And I just decided to keep going.
And then you said we there. Does that include the DJ that you currently work with? There's a team there, or? He's new.
We used to make all the beats ourselves.
Okay. All right, well, again, being provincial champion, our provincial champion here in Ontario, I actually witnessed some of your work. It's very impactful, so I give you a heads up and a nods on that. So just speaking on your artistry, I know you've done some music, you won awards for the rap side of things, but you're a spoken word artist as well. What's the difference there? What's the difference between the crowds? What's the difference between the craft and that side of it? The writing aspect of songs and impactful spoken word set skits.
I came into spoken word. I found it through a buddy, and it was a poetry competition kind of thing, and I was very cocky. I came in, my rap is poetry, you know, rap is poetry. And I realized there that watching the other people, that everything they came with was very socially conscious, everything tackled an issue, and when I started, I came in rapping about my dick, kind of thing. And everything, right? Cock rap! And it was all very clever and all of that, but it's really hard to compete at something when you're up there rapping clever about your dick, and the next person that follows you raps about, you know, their grandparents having Alzheimer's, or somebody who's been raped, and you're trying to compete on a word level, but it's hard to compete with the story as well, and people get sucked into the story, so you have to adapt, and that became a fun challenge for me to actually start writing poetry and come up with some things that were a bit more socially conscious rather than just trying to get those fart jokes in. You know?
So you now you strive to kind of wake people up and open up some eyes to social issues that are going on within our own society, as opposed to just putting a smile on the crowd's face, I guess you could say.
At the very least, more so. I still try and put that smile on people's faces.
And I just want to say real quick, my first track was actually called Robo Dick. So, and I stole a concept from Nas that he raps about the gun and flipped it as rapping about a dildo. I was the dildo. So you're not the only one that made their first track about a dick. Whether or not I'm the dick, that's a whole different question. So I know you do have an album come out. It's recently came out. It's a combination of spoken word as well as hip hop music. It's a 10-track offering with DJ A-Rum. Can you speak a little bit on the concept behind that and the songs, the track list, and that sort of thing there?
Yep. I achieved quite a bit through spoken word. I would say more so than rap. So I decided that maybe putting music with the spoken word was maybe a more, it was a way to help it stand out a little bit more from, you know, all the other rappers, just being spoken on top of the beats that he was making. And I enjoyed it. I had home run poems that people got to know, the same as music with the songs. People get to know it. They're able to do the poem along with me when I perform. So to put that on top of music brought an extra level to it. And the trick became gauging the show that you were playing and mixing, being able to either play for a poetry crowd and sneak in a couple of songs, or playing a music show and sneaking in a couple of poems. And that became the trick and the logic behind that. So the album is a mix of both.
Personally, what's crowds better, hip-hop crowd or the spoken word crowd, for receiving your lyrics?
Hip-hop, for sure.
Serious?
To drop a poem at a hip hop show is a big deal. To rap at a poetry thing is a little bit like rap gets looked down upon. You end up being just a rapper, which is
well. The good news is we're all going to get a little taste of that tonight because Poetically Organized Entity is going to give us a couple skits tonight. So again, I just want to thank you for coming out. His real name is James Owens Brown, so he's got a lot of soul like James Brown. Thank you, Poe. Sorry, go ahead.
A little bit of soul.
Little bit of soul, just a little bit? We need a lot of soul tonight from you, Poe.
That's good, I feel good.
All right, that's good. So, officially CameUpCanadian. Poe, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.